All right, welcome back to Talk Tickers, where we break down the earnings calls that are really moving the needle. And today, we've got a big one, Rubrik's fiscal third quarter results.
Okay, let's just jump right in. Look, anytime a stock rips up over 22% in a single day after earnings, you've got to stop and pay attention. Something big just went down. This wasn't just a simple beat. This was the market fundamentally reevaluating the entire company.
So, what on earth just happened at Rubrik to cause a move like that? Well, in this breakdown, we're going to dissect this monster quarter. We're going to get past the headlines and really understand why Wall Street is suddenly so much more bullish on this cybersecurity and now AI story. Okay, so first things first, this wasn't just another good quarter for Rubrik. The numbers, and maybe more importantly, the commentary from management, it all points to this being a genuine inflection point for the business.
And hey, you don't have to take my word for it. The CEO, Bipul Sinha, he was crystal clear on the call. He called it their best ever quarter. I mean, when a CEO uses language like that, it sets a powerful tone. It tells you that every part of the machine is firing on all cylinders.
And you know what? The numbers absolutely 100% back up that claim. So let's walk through the key metrics that show a company that's not just growing, but it's hitting escape velocity on both growth and this is the really critical part, profitability. Let's start with the bottom line because this is a huge piece of the story. The street, right, they were expecting a loss of 17 cents a share. What did Rubrik do? They delivered a profit of 10 cents. That is a massive 27-cent beat, and it marks their first ever quarter of positive non-GAAP profit. The takeaway here is huge. The company's timeline to making money just got pulled way forward.
And it wasn't just the bottom line. The top line was just as impressive. Revenue came in at over $350 million, absolutely crushing the $320 million consensus. That's a 9% beat, guys, driven by this incredible 48% year-over-year growth. This is not a company that's just squeaking by expectations. They are accelerating hard.
And this number right here, $77 million, this really drives home the shift in their business model. That's the record free cash flow they generated this quarter. To put that in perspective, that's almost a 5-fold increase from the $16 million they did just a year ago. This tells you that the growth we're seeing, it's becoming self-funding. It's becoming sustainable.
And this strength wasn't just in one or two places. I mean, you look across all the key metrics, it's a sea of green. Subscription annual recurring revenue, or ARR, shot up 34%. They added a record $94 million in net new ARR that just blew estimates out of the water. And maybe most importantly, their big spending customers, the ones over $100K a year, that base is growing by 27%. Every single engine is just firing.
Okay, so that's the what. Let's move on to the why. Because a beat this big isn't just about great execution, it's about a shift in the story. And what we saw from management is a strategic repositioning of Rubrik. They're moving beyond just data protection to become a truly foundational platform for the AI-powered enterprise. And the centerpiece of this whole new strategy is something called the Rubrik Agent Cloud. Think about it. Companies are about to deploy armies of AI agents to automate all sorts of tasks. That creates a brand new problem. How in the world do you control them all? Rubrik is stepping in to be the answer, offering this enterprise-wide control layer to manage the risk and the operational mess of AI.
So to put it really simply, Agent Cloud is designed to do 3 things for a big company. First, keep an eye on what their AI agents are actually doing. Second, govern their actions, set up guardrails and policies. And third, and this is the absolute key, fix their mistakes. It gives them the ability to literally rewind bad actions. It's cyber resilience, but built for the age of AI.
Now, the real proof in the pudding, the real validation for this whole strategy comes from who they're partnering with. We're talking about the biggest players in the game. Rubrik has announced these deep partnerships and integrations with both Amazon's Bedrock AI platform and Microsoft's Copilot Studio. This tells you they're not trying to go it alone. They are embedding themselves right into the core of the major AI ecosystems.
And hey, while AI is grabbing all the headlines, you can't sleep on their second growth engine, identity resilience. I mean, this business is already at a $20 million ARR run rate, and get this, its customer count doubled in Q3 alone. This is a whole new product line that taps into new budgets from security chiefs, the CISOs, and it just expands Rubrik's whole footprint inside a company. Okay, so you've got a massive beat and a really compelling new AI story. So how does that translate into the future? Well, no surprise here. Management raised their full-year guidance, and Wall Street,
Well, Wall Street has responded with a huge wave of upgrades. Right across the board, they've raised the bar for the entire fiscal year. The outlook for subscription AR, total revenue, and that all-important free cash flow were all bumped up significantly. This sends a powerful signal about their momentum and management's confidence that this isn't a one-time thing. This level of performance is sustainable. And this right here really shows you how the market is digesting all this news. The sell-side analysts who cover the stock, they are buying this story, hook, line, and sinker. We saw this chorus of firms reiterating their buy and outperform ratings, and their price targets all got bumped way up into a new range, mostly clustering between 105 and 130 bucks.
All right, let's wrap this all up. In our final segment, The Next Call, we're going to look ahead to the next quarter and give you our official analyst take on the stock.
So for Q4, we really see this momentum continuing. Consensus is looking for about $342 million in revenue. We think they can edge that out, probably coming in closer to $345 million. And similarly, we expect them to beat on the bottom line, on EPS, and deliver another really strong quarter of net new subscription ARR. So our official rating on Rubrik is outperform, and here's why. It's the combination of everything we've talked about. You have accelerating top-line growth, a clear, undeniable inflection to profitability and free cash flow, and now a credible, well-articulated AI strategy that just blows their total addressable market wide open. The execution risk feels lower, and the growth story just got a whole lot bigger. With that in mind, we're setting our price target at $115. We think this reflects the company's best-in-class growth profile and its really successful pivot into becoming a key player in both cybersecurity and AI operations. That kind of positioning, frankly, justifies a premium valuation. And that leaves us with the one big question. As we look to the future, is Rubrik actually making the leap? Are they moving from just being a leader in cyber resilience to becoming a truly foundational, must-have platform for the entire AI-driven enterprise? This last quarter was a massive, massive step in that direction, and you can bet that's the story the market will be watching from here on out. And as always, this is not financial advice.